Bro, one of my friends sent a snap of him at lunch with his mom
Mm-hmm.
and one of his other friends. And in the video, I just replied to it. I said, "This nigga's hanging out with the grandmas." It says, "Mom, white women age like skim milk."
No, I know one that aged really well.
We're not going there this early. Give it a
We
fucking.
can't. Not
I'm
in the
fucking
beginning
tired
of the
this.
pod, right?
Give it a rest.
Yeah. Wolves, huh?
But let me tell you, I went back and looked at the picture. That's a grandma.
Is it?
I don't care what he says. That's a grandma. And what is he gonna do about it? Not a goddamn thing. I also have a white mother. He can't stop me.
Yeah, but yours is pristine. If you were,
That's what I'm saying.
If you were a single man, how old would you go?
It depends on the look, though.
Let's
I
say
think that's the biggest factor.
Let's say it's upkept, like your girlfriend's mom. Upkept.
That's crazy.
Upkept?
That is crazy.
That's wild.
No comment on that
50,
one, huh?
40, 50.
I feel cutoff is like 65, I think.
That's so much older
If it's a
than I
bad. But it's got to be like a bada bing, bada boom.
You think you'd
You
learn
can't-
anything?
Learn anything? No.
No.
'Cause their flexibility, their mobility's chalk. There's no
Yeah.
way. But once you get like 70, 80, or like, she's hot, but she's probably wearing a diaper just for leakage. So you got to be careful there.
If she's like spicy though, it'll be one of those like thin diapers you can kind of pull to the side. Easy access.
I want to throw up
Cut
in
it.
my mouth already. Cut it. Also, you see that? Steady hands.
Yeah, what about it?
I was in. What if
Nerves
I
of
told
steel?
you? So steady hands right now. What if I told you that I was just in a life-threatening situation and I handled it like a fucking man?
Just now?
A couple minutes ago.
Was it in your pantry? What happened?
Oh, that's funny. But that makes sense for you because when you were a kid, it was a life-threatening situation. Looking at your pantry, there was nothing. You were poor and ugly and stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So I was walking the
It's all
dogs.
true.
I'm on the phone with my dad, Black Monkey, and I'm walking the dogs. We're going through this trail. Like we walk them on a back road where there's not any traffic because then I don't have to deal with people.
Mm-hmm.
On the trail, 60 feet in front of us, two big-ass coyotes cross at the same time as I'm walking the dogs.
That's just now?
That was, yeah.
Like today?
Yes, that
That's
was
crazy.
like less than an hour ago.
Okay.
And I'm on the phone with my dad. I'm just like, oh, fuck. I start pulling away. The dogs are too stupid somehow to notice these big brolic niggas crossing our path. So thank God they didn't bark or anything because that might have been an issue. I was able to get out of there without them like doing anything. But they did turn and look because I was like looking behind me as we were getting out of Dodge. Woo!
That's crazy.
You don't need coffee right there. That'll put some pep in your step.
I'll tell you what though, I bet on your dogs in that fight.
I have seen one of them when he's mad. He'll fucking throw down.
That your lighter
blonde
dog
one?
Yeah.
Hey, he's like regular white people when he sees red, bodies hit the floor. So I think I think he would be fine. The other one I think is kind of a pussy.
Yeah.
I think he's on the spectrum slightly.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like father, like son.
But then again, they have that strength.
Yeah.
He might get
The what strength?
And like know how many jelly beans are in the jar strength.
Oh, well, that's a good example, but what sort of strength is that?
They like hearing the same sound over and over and over type of strength.
Could you give me
what I'm
another?
saying?
Can you use it in a sentence?
He's so strong, he has Velcro straps on his shoes. Strength.
Holy shit.
I can't say it.
You could
I
deadlift the
can't
back
say
of a
it,
car.
but you know what it is. You know what it is.
Yeah. He has acoustic strength.
Anyway, do you think so? In that scenario, I was like, I could take these coyotes. I think, like, in a life or death situation, I got to protect my fucking dogs.
Yeah.
I think I could fuck a coyote up, but I cannot hold on to two leashes and fight two coyotes at the same time and keep track of these niggas.
Yeah. You got to sacrifice
That's
the
what I was
leashes.
scared of.
You got to sacrifice the leashes and go all in.
I know, and we have trackers on their collar so we could find them, but it's on my girlfriend's phone, not on mine.
Yeah.
So then and she's not good under any sort of pressure when it's time sensitive. If you let her know, like, you need something within 5 seconds of the time that you're saying it,
Yeah.
completely blindsided.
You call her.
It's amazing.
You call her with the right tone, just like, honey,
Yes.
Immediately crying.
Bro, oh my God. It's crazy how like our reflexes in a stressful just 4 seconds, like something spills on the carpet. I'm like, quick, get the towels. And she's like, what are towels? I don't know. But you have to talk to her. You're going through
And
hell.
that's why their back is moist. Because they can't find the towels. It's stressful.
I get it. Okay, so that was a Hispanic joke, but we're talking about women in general. Right there. That was, you're reaching for the race, but really it's just all women suck.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
what we're getting at there.
What if we get canceled?
Stop me. I'll fight a coyote. I'm not scared of you.
He's not talking to anybody.
That's not fucking true, man.
Our 38 listeners. Fuck yeah, dude. Can't wait to see you next week.
So 38 isn't significant to you?
They're all different people every week that just happen to click on it. I'm not
That's
buying.
not true.
Are they the same?
Some of them are.
Do you know that?
Why are you discounting anybody that pays attention to this?
Jace, I'll tell you, if we could have
Stupid fuck.
10,000 views right now and they still don't exist to me. I'm going to keep this trope up until I die. Just like your mom's tits, schizo entertainment is what I'm
No, everyone's
upholding.
actually sick of you. And by everyone, I mean me.
Because there's no one else.
Do you think that you could take 2 coyotes realistically?
Yeah.
I think I could.
I mean, depends, I guess, how big they are.
They were
but
like probably, if I had to guess, 75 pounds.
okay.
just given-
That's big.
Just given from the distance. Well, keep in mind, my dogs, for reference, are like 50 to 60.
Your dogs are 50 to
Yes.
No chance those coyotes were bigger. Are you sure?
I swear to God.
Okay. I don't know if I could.
What?
I don't know
What?
if I could take them then. That's insane.
What do you mean?
That's big for a coyote. They're like souped up foxes. They're not jacked. They're not huge.
Well, they seemed taller than, that's why I'm estimating that size, just because they seemed taller than my dogs.
Can we look up what like the average coyote size is? I'm curious.
So fill the space.
Jamie, can you look that up for us?
See, he has all his fingers on a keyboard to type this. So it doesn't.
Yeah. Dude, it's weird how he'll pull up something as they initiate the conversation.
Oh, what the fuck?
How big?
So they're 2.2 feet tall and they average 22 to 33 pounds.
That's what I thought.
Or about 1/3 the size of wolves.
You might have saw wolves.
No. Oh, okay. Well, then I severely underestimated.
Yeah.
I would body slam the fuck out of those niggas. I'm not scared. Why was I worried? Oh my God. I could take both of them with one arm.
You know what happened?
What?
You panicked.
I did because
You panicked.
what do you do in that situation?
But you started this whole thing off going, do you see my hand?
I didn't really panic though. Because I got
75 pounds.
the dog.
You saw Brock Lesnar of Coyotes.
Brother, you have 2 dogs that are untrained, on leash.
Clearly.
2 wild animals in front of you. What are you supposed to do there? I got them out, and I was on the phone. I held conversation,
leave?
got the dogs out. Yes, we're fine.
Because I pictured them just walking and nothing happening.
Oh, so I don't know what they did. They probably walked away like, oh, that nigga was big. And then I just took them on the regular walk away from that area.
Look out the window. They're just standing there.
Yeah, just like waiting.
like Nate Diaz.
Once they're done, come outside. Have you seen the video of that dude beating the
Kangaroo?
shit out of... No, there's a video where this dude's in his front yard with his dog. A coyote runs up and attacks the dog. He grabs it, body slams it, and just starts beating the fuck out of him.
Oh
just
my
like
God.
7 hits in his face.
I've not seen that, but I need to.
So seeing that video gave me the confidence. Like, I think I could.
Dude, yeah.
I think I could handle
And
it.
worst case, there's 2. You got to sacrifice a forearm and
Yeah.
just fucking the other arm. Did you see that video of the fucking dude who punched the kangaroo in the face?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that felt really good to see.
Yeah, everyone's seen that.
Okay, have you seen the video of the white herding dog that guy had and a pack of like 8 coyotes attacked?
Yeah, I didn't see there's no video of the dog attacking the coyotes.
There is. There's a video of the initial interaction from the house, but then the dog runs off after all of them.
And then the dog killed all 8 coyotes, and then
Came back
like
2 days later. It came
there's
back.
like a tense music on the TikTok.
Yeah.
Like dun 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 dun, and then it shows a picture of the dog, and it has one black eye and one white eye. And it's like
Sick.
he looks like he could just wreck everybody.
He would rip your dogs apart to shreds.
If he
that.
killed 8
Picture
coyotes,
that.
yes, he would.
Yeah. Picture that though.
That's fine.
Crazy.
What do you think you'd do to your cat then?
Don't say that. I don't want to talk
One
about
bite.
that. I don't want to talk about
Oh
that.
my god!
Everybody knows the rules. You Dave Portnoy and my cat.
you would
What the fuck?
you would give your cat a 6.2 because it tastes like fucking poor Yemeni shit. Sit in that
What do your dogs taste like, brother? Because they get eaten
McDonald's
regularly.
burgers because that's what they eat a lot of the time.
I feel like the darker one is just like stringy and not good though. It's like gamey.
Don't talk about that.
All right. What'd you do this week?
What did I do this week? Had a Karen moment. Handled it better than any situation that you've ever been in that you've talked about on this podcast.
That's quite something.
It is quite something. It's crazy.
The way you look forward to being angry at just older ladies is crazy.
She wasn't older. She was our age.
Okay. What happened?
Put that bitch in the dirt. So, lady heckled me at the comedy club. She ended up walking out.
Okay.
Set it up for you.
Yep.
I'm at the comedy club. Just regular night. Talking to another comic in the back. There's a pocket in the back by the bathrooms that all the comics have to hang out at because they're not allowed to sit at the chairs because that's for the audience. So, talking to this comic, this bitch walks up and she's got a frantic energy to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's talking real fast. She's like, where's the bathrooms at? Are you guys comics? Are you guys comics? This is my first comedy show. And I was like, oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, the bathrooms are over there, bitch. And I turned to the other comic I was with. I was like, hopefully she's not bad tonight. The first comedy show. I'm getting the vibe.
You really said that before the
Yes.
show? You called it.
She sits in the front to the right of the stage. Sits in the front. And so the show starts. The host is talking. She, in between every line, is going, oh no, oh my gosh, wow. Or he'll say something that she's agreed with. Yes, yeah, that's great.
So she's the Migos of the audience.
Yes, the whole time. Like she thinks that the show is only for her.
Just ad-libbing.
And so some people are engaging with it. Like the host, she'd be like, oh yes. And he'd be like, yeah, it's crazy, right? Because so he tried to use it to continue his set.
Nice guy.
Uh-huh. And everyone really was just trying to ignore it.
Yeah.
And she just still going. I'm looking at the people behind her. The dudes behind her are just like, shut the fuck up. Like everyone's getting irritated with her.
Yeah.
But nobody says anything to her.
Where was she sitting?
Front right of the stage.
Oh, shit. So
Yes.
she's right there.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm probably 9th or 10th in line.
Mm-hmm.
So I get up and I'm just trying to do my set because I'm trying to work on a joke, actually. I'm not just there to fuck around.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a new joke too. So I like really want to get it out and get the practice. And I get maybe 4 lines in because she keeps, yep, uh-huh,
Loud.
oh.
Loud.
Yeah, she legit, if you saw the video,
I
at
did.
one point she goes, ah! Like, what the fuck are you doing? Also, I should state, so she's doing all this, and she had gotten up to go to the bathroom 3 times before my set. So I think she was drinking in the bathroom. She kept taking a glass with her.
Maybe Coke?
That or she was like drinking vodka and like had it in her bag and kept going to the bathroom and pour more. And so she's on a date with this dude somehow, this Indian nigga. Apparently stupid, because how the fuck are you putting up with this bitch for this long? So finally, it gets to the point I can't do my set because I can't focus with her doing that. So I turned to her. I was like, are you going to ad-lib the whole night? And then she's like, oh, no. Oh, I'm ad-libbing? I was like, yeah. She said, oh, I'm sorry. This is my first time at a comedy show. I was like, okay. Because I can't cook her yet because she is being nice in how she's doing it. Like she's paying attention to the show, and Lav is just doing it wrong.
And I saw you in the video go like, you were about to give her a break. Like you were about to let her slide. But then what happened?
Yeah, so then I told her, I was like, well, there's 2 reactions at a comedy show. It's either haha or... And as I'm saying this, she's still talking throughout the whole fucking thing. And then finally, she's like, my yoga teacher is just my energy, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, I'm going to get up and go drink some more water. I think it's vodka, going back to the bathroom. And I was like, well, bitch, I can do yoga, whatever you're trying to do. And she's like, I don't do yoga with people like you. She set it off. I've been waiting.
First mistake.
First mistake,
no,
bitch.
that's probably the second.
No, that's probably her 20th mistake of the night. And then I was just like, well, what? People like me, black?
Immediately race card.
Yeah. Because you got to level the playing field with this bitch. And then from there, it just...
What was her face when you said that?
I didn't see her. So she goes in the back corner where we're all, like, that pocket. And I thought she was going into the bathroom. I talked to other comics after the show. She was back there talking to herself. Because once I said black, she's like, I have black friends, like freaking out. And I hear her in the clip when I listen back, she's like, hello. Like, she's fucking tweaking.
Whoa.
And so I turned to the dude that she was with because she had mentioned that she's on a Hinge date.
Uh-huh.
And
was this in an earlier set
yeah,
for someone else?
For the opener, he had a joke about dating apps. She's like, I'm on a Hinge date. And so I asked him, I was like, is this your first date? And he said no. Like, so this is her personality and you're on more than one date with her? My nigga, what are you doing?
He's foreign, you said?
He was like he looked like a Vivek Ramaswamy type of nigga.
It's that
like the flowy up hair.
It's that foreign mentality.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just take what you can get.
I guess so.
Yeah, you chewing gum that
Bro,
talks a lot.
I would have rather fucked a dead body.
Holy shit.
What?
Nothing. I'm just saying. That's crazy.
She was that annoying. Dead
Okay,
bodies don't
I got
talk.
you. Yeah.
As long as they're warm. And so you're a pussy. Fucking sit up straight.
No, my issue is I'm picturing it. Yes, sir.
So yeah, she had mentioned she was on a Hinge date and said she was trending on Hinge. And so the host was like,
trend on that?
Yes, that's what the host was like. What do you mean? And she's like, I got like 300 matches, just blowing me up. I'm not responding to him because I'm on a date with this guy. And everyone was like, all right.
You're so sought after.
She's giving way too much information. Nobody asked us. And so then she
Bro,
left.
all her matches are just her on other profiles.
Yes.
Talking to herself.
Yeah, so then she left and I was like, this nigga really went out with her like for more than one when she had said that she's got 300 other niggas on her line. Well, kill yourself.
How'd you
brother.
make her leave?
She just got all crazy and it was like, no, let's go. When I started questioning her date, then she's like, I want to go back to Akron. I was like, Akron? She's like, that's where I'm from. And then closes the curtain behind her and storms out. And then the audience starts applauding. And then that's when I was like, all right, well, have fun. Go back to Akron. LeBron James is from there. I bet he doesn't even fuck with you. And some other stuff, blah, 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 blah. But it was a crazy fucking set. Oh, and before that had happened, literally the set before me, a dude goes up and he does a thing where he doesn't talk for like probably a minute and a half of a set. He just does facial expressions, just acts weird, and it gets laughs. But for some reason, some people don't catch on to what he's doing because he looks kind of crazy. So a dude, this is the second guy that has done this to the same comic, just goes, I'm paying money for this?
Fuck.
And then the comic finally breaks character and it was like, you can fucking leave, man. And then the dude gets up to leave and he was like, and drive home drunk. And the dude's like, I'm not driving. And then the crazy bitch is like, good, don't do it.
So that's who you were referencing when you were talking. Okay.
Yeah. So they're talking back and forth to each other, the homeless dude and the fucking crazy bitch. And so
how big was the audience?
Probably 70, 75.
Jesus. So what's going through your mind in that moment where you decide like to go in?
I just had a lot of information. Like I was paying attention to the people behind her. I heard the Hinge date stuff, and like I could see that she was already annoying people. So I just nothing was really going through my mind. I was just kind of
riffing. Yeah.
And like because I had all this stuff already that I was paying attention to, it just kind of pulled it out.
Loaded up. Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't even really thinking about it.
I thought so because watching the video, you seemed so it seemed like you and I were at the bar with our friends and we were going at each other. It seems so like natural. Normally you seem like clunky and stupid. So
Oh,
what?
okay.
But this time it was really
clunky and
smooth.
stupid.
Did I say that?
I'm gonna relish June, our friend's wedding. You gotta do a speech. We'll see who's clunky and stupid, huh? The pressure's on you. You know that, right?
I'm gonna hold a lighter underneath my palm and just make myself cry. So
I don't know how many people are gonna be there, but I'm guessing probably 200 plus.
Yeah.
You've never been in front of an audience that big doing talkie talks.
Doing talking now.
I can't wait.
You're such a bad friend.
Oh, I'm
You're
gonna be
such a bad friend.
Sit there just praying on your downfall as the sweat beads down your back, and you can feel it during this hot summer day in your tuxedo, and
Yeah.
you sweat a lot already.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be sweating extra.
I'm wearing black.
Face is gonna be a little bit pink. Just know that I'm standing to your probably your left,
Yeah.
behind you, is smiling like,
Yeah.
It's hot up there, isn't it?
You know what it's gonna remind you of?
What?
Do you remember the first game you were able to play in high school where you tripped in front of everyone and fell?
Don't do that when I'm drinking.
Watch, we go on Instagram, bro, and LeBron's posted up with the girl you kicked out.
In fact, I do fuck with her. That
Akron homies.
Don't bring up that game, man. Don't bring it up. That is some nightmare material.
But you were cooking me.
Literally exactly what happens in my nightmares is you like I'd be in a basketball game and I can't dribble the ball properly.
And
then I get in a real game and I can't fucking run.
And I see your ex and her best friend just look at each other like this. But that's dope. I like the way you roasted that bitch.
Yeah. And what I learned from that is when the pressure's on, there's lights in your face, there's people watching.
Mm-hmm.
And if Karen does her thing, I'm able to react properly in the way that you should.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel having multiple circumstances where you've had a Karen situation, they've been acting up in public? There's not many people watching. There's some, but like you're free reign to do whatever you want and you fold like a lawn chair.
You need to burp. Second.
I do.
Second, I think it's fucking different.
No, it's
We
not.
had a back and forth about this.
What I did was harder.
I agree, sort of. You've been doing it for a while, so it's kind of second nature to you now. Second,
That doesn't happen to
you're
me.
on a stage. Let me set my argument. You're on a stage where the back and forth with the heckler is kind of set up for you to go at them,
Okay.
and it's kind of the vibe of a comedy show.
Okay.
But if you're in a Whole Foods, or where do you shop, like Safeway, Dollar Tree? If you're in one of those,
worked at Dollar Tree. Keep going.
if you were in one of those stores and you were shopping and someone did something to you, you're less inclined to just fucking go at them the way a comic would.
Not true.
It's a setup dynamic.
Not fucking true.
You're saying that dynamic isn't different.
Mine is harder.
I'm not saying
Because here's why. Okay, you placed your argument.
Go.
You were a W-2 employee at Dollar Tree. Now let me put my argument in.
Carnival.
Fuck. Step on up. Take a shot. Everybody wants a shot. So my situation is harder. Yes, it's set up to where I can respond to her in a more abrupt way, depending on the circumstances. Because everyone has to hear her and be annoyed by her for me to have the free reign to really go in on her. If it's just she's talking and only the table, like maybe to the next to her or behind her can hear her, but not the whole club, and she says one thing and I just turn on her, whole audience turns on me. Also, I was in Capitol Hill. There's a bunch of fucking beta cuck pussies over there. Yeah, fucking blue hair, fucking
Say
having
his
their
name.
kids on a leash. No,
Say his name.
No self-respect ass niggas over
Say
there.
his name. Say his name. Can you do
Fauci. Oh, Fauci is running rampant in Capitol Hill. So it's more sensitive there.
Sure.
That club, a lot of the time, it's a great club, but the audience there that shows up are always
Baby puss.
absolutely pussies.
Yeah.
So you have to be more delicate in how you approach it a lot of the time. Like, even in a joke, if you say bitch, they get weird. Like, it's so, I'm walking a tightrope with 75 people watching me. And if I do something that's too much, that might be within the realm of what I would say in a real circumstance, like in a fucking Whole Foods, it might not go as well. And then I got to work my way out of it.
Yeah. Technically speaking, the art of what you're doing is more difficult and there's more of like a balancing act you're doing. But the dynamic where a comic goes at a heckler, that escalates to either you getting booed or her leaving and you getting laughs.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of where the end result.
Okay.
In a Whole Foods, if you go out that hard at someone to someone's face outside of a funny comic setting, what does that escalate to? Shooting, stabbing, and like fighting? Come on.
Are you being insanely extreme with the reaction?
Okay. Where does that escalate to? A fight? A physical fight?
With a Karen?
Yeah,
You're
because
talking
he's
about
not
with
thinking I'm at a comedy show and a comic got me. He's thinking I'm in public and this is a
do you
a
think that-
situation.
do you think that majority of the circumstances you've been in, lady run in front of you to pet your dog,
Oh yeah.
Indian dude in a Whole Foods,
I'll defend all of them.
and then what was the other one? There's one more.
It was a couple. The skinny dude walking with the whale.
Yeah, a couple on the whale scooters.
I said,
Wha-
fuck
on
you,
the
do
whale
'em.
scooters, on the lime scooters
I was on the
that
line.
refused to move. Okay.
Yeah.
In any of those circumstances, do you think any of them would have actually resulted if you had gone interrupted
Mhm.
in a physical altercation?
Okay, I'll go through them.
It's a yes or a no.
The first one, old lady and a grandkid.
No.
I'm not going there because I'm a respectful person. Second, the guy in the Whole Foods, he seemed really like cranky, angry, short, little Hindu man. The way he stunk, anything could happen. Third, the couple who was walking in front of us and wouldn't let us go through.
Uh-huh.
I did turn and say, fuck you. What am I supposed to do? Stop the scooter, stand there and just be like, your girl's a whale. Now what?
Yes,
No.
That's exactly what you do.
No.
Yes. Oh
Now,
my
if we're
God.
in a stand-up setting, I'm like, you guys are the number 10. But I'm not going to do that.
How about that airplane food? No, and then you fly it straight into the Twin Towers. I can't resist.
That's
No,
like your mom's
it's
tits, dude.
Fuck. You're gonna be sick to your stomach when you come to my show and you hear the joke that I have about you. You're gonna be so upset.
I'm going to be sick to my stomach when I see you
gonna
on
be
stage.
you're gonna be really upset with the content of the joke.
Why?
Because it's run of the mill, something that you would just get tired of.
Oh. All right.
But it works.
it's okay.
As
as long as my friend gets laughs.
thank you.
I'll heckle the fuck.
No, you won't.
Yeah, you remember that one time you went at me at a show?
Everybody says that, but nobody does it. Shut the fuck
It
up.
happened to us. We're at a little show, at a little dive bar, I think, and you went at me, and then I got you.
Whatever, man. We know you when the lights come on. Just given the 3 chances you had, and swing and a miss, swing and a miss, swing and a bunt. Fuck you, that's a bunt.
Sorry, I
What
didn't
I would
attack a grandkid.
Okay, well, you don't have to attack a grandkid, but you do a little Indian man in a Whole Foods,
Mhm.
you gotta berate him till he wants to kill himself.
I think let's let the schizo audience decide. Who do you think
You
is,
don't let people get away with acting up.
or you take the high road and just fuck them and you don't get
Everyone
into an
takes a high road, and that's why they think they can act that way.
No, I mean you can check
They
them a
need
little
one
bit.
low down, grimy from the dirt, from the gutter piece of shit to come up and be like, "Hey, watch it, bub.
Bro, you're about it.
I'm bout it, bout it."
That's what that was my middle name in high school.
Cameron bout it, Najah. No, that was your name in middle school when you were slapboxing people in the
Fuck
bathroom.
yeah, bro.
God, you were unbearable.
I just want to be cool.
Yeah,
It never happened for
we
me.
weren't friends initially in middle school because he was trying to prove that he was tough all the time. So he'd be offering people to slapbox in the bathroom. And I had to reject one of those offers because I have both my parents.
It was a thing that kids did at the time, and I was foreign, and I thought it'd be cool if I seemed tough, but I was just insecure. And now we're friends, so you can't hate on what you love.
I can.
Look at the way I push them together for you. Anyways,
So what'd you do this week?
I did. So besides the fucking homeless camp blowing up, I'm just gonna go over that real quick. Bro, I send this man another video. I'm sitting in my living room playing Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Again.
I'm playing Smash Bros. It turns out you're just fucking your brother. Come on, that was good.
I don't have a brother. It'd be you. So playing Smash Bros, we hear a loud boom. I'm like, did someone fucking crash again? That was just last week.
You live in a war zone.
Before I get up, we hear a louder boom.
So you hear two booms.
Yes. On my way to the door, as I'm getting my pants on, I hear a third boom. And now you can feel these. And I'm like, okay, so we're getting attacked. North Korea's here. Gear up. I'm fighting Kim Jong-un. I look out the door. A whole encampment tent thing is, and I sent you the video of it, is completely on fire.
These niggas are doing science experiments.
A meth lab or whatever it was probably blew up. And then when I opened the door right before I took the video, I saw a dude running towards the other encampments going, ah! Well, like holding his arm.
Oh.
It wasn't on fire or anything, but I'm assuming he probably hurt himself a little bit because he stopped yelling. So I'm assuming it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
But yeah, man, war zone. Aside from that,
No, you have to. So what happened? So then there's fire. Did you call the police?
I heard the sirens like 5 seconds later. So the ambulance, police, everybody showed up.
Then they just put out the fire.
Yep. They had Rick Grimes
to
from Walking Dead come out and just take
with
care
the
of
bat and just murder. They should. If you're fucking starting fires, they need to just start executing those niggas.
I live by the freeway. Luckily, I live on the 5th floor, which is up high, but this stuff happens, and it's honestly just exhausting.
So much shit happens by your house. Your girlfriend's tent gets stolen.
Yeah.
Or the whatever
tarp
thing. For her business.
Canopy.
Yeah, canopy gets stolen. Car crash.
Yep.
Right outside your house. Fires, explosions.
My car's been broken into 5 times.
And you still renewed your lease. Did the rent go up also?
No.
Come on. There was COVID. The rent was lower. I know it increased.
The only time the rent went up is when I went to month. And that was so long ago that I haven't renewed. If they tried to renew, I'd be like, brother.
And you keep just opting in.
I like where I live. It's weird.
You like chaos, don't you?
I'm willing to. I want to leave and not live in the city, but at the moment, I'm like so central. I can go anywhere. I like it.
It's just one of those things. Growing up in Iraq, you're just used to conflict.
Yep.
So you stay entrenched in conflict for
no
reason.
I'm at home.
It's fuck. So much shit happens right by you. I don't understand why.
I don't know what it is either, but I don't like it because it feels like there's like a gravity about me when it comes to this type of shit. And it's just like things happen that you would not consider to be a regular everyday occurrence that would probably scar some people and probably have scarred me.
I'm glad that I only see you about once a week because I feel like if I was around you more, the odds of some bad shit happening are higher.
Yeah, you're seeing 4 coyotes next time.
You probably just given the shit that you bring. I don't know what the dark cloud is over your head. I don't know who cursed you, but but it's insane.
Yeah,
it really is.
And it's to the point where enough stuff has happened. My first instinct is to, not that I'm like one of those people, but I gotta get a video so my friends know that the story is accurate. Because at some point, it's like back to back to back. They're like, okay, are you just coming up with shit?
Oh, I hate how you live your life.
Yeah. Me and one of our buddies went on my run around Lake Union.
Oh, fuck. It's a David Goggins and Cam Haynes type of run. Fucking, who's going to carry the boats and the logs?
It was accurate.
Sorry.
We met at Gasworks.
Okay.
And then we decided to do
That's a weed shop for everybody that doesn't know.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That was a good one. I'm full of these today.
Full of these good little one-line zingers. They're all ass. So we met at Gasworks, and then we did the full loop on the Mark Gilman Trail, and like we kind of went off, but around Lake Union, and then all the way back. How
many miles was it?
7.
Okay.
Yep.
And how'd our friend do?
He did great. You know that little fucker can just run.
I figured. What was your mile time?
I don't know. He was tracking it. It wasn't like great. I think it was like 9 minutes, 10 minutes, around there.
I figured he would be fine because he told me that he was running with you. because I was trying to get him to be a degenerate and play Xbox with me. And he was like, I got to get work done early so I can go run with Cam. And then I figured he would be like sub 7 minutes still, even though he doesn't run anymore. He's just got that weird fucking stamina.
Bro, he had no problem. And honestly, I think he could have done better if I wasn't there. Because my pace is maybe
slow
slow.
as shit. It's
But we
really
didn't take
bad.
any breaks. We did the whole goddamn thing.
I wouldn't expect you to take breaks on 7 miles, brother.
It's not a track. There's like steep hills and.
Oh, so you take breaks on 7 miles?
Would you have been
What, are
able
you
to do
gay?
it? Would you have been able to do it?
With my body in this condition? No.
If he
But
doesn't
come
say
on.
yes or no.
Come on. But deep down, you know.
What?
You know.
I know what.
You know I used to smoke the shit out of you all the time.
Quit living in the past, baby.
No. Don't try and do
Quit
that.
living in the past,
You know
baby.
goddamn
Nope.
well. If
Where?
my hips weren't on backwards, I'd fuck this shit out of you. You know that.
Put your
Don't
loving
try
on
and lie to
me,
me.
baby.
Look,
Put
listen,
your
you guys
loving
try
on
and
me, baby.
That's the thing that,
I'm vanilla, baby.
you know, the thing I think that irritates me. That makes
He's
me go,
scrambling.
makes me go, is that I'll give it to you because you run on a regular basis. You can say that. You can be like, oh, I'm living past whatever. We know what it is. But then our friend also tries to chime in and be like, like he doesn't have trouble getting out of the bed sheets in the fucking morning.
He hits the bench.
Yes,
The bed sheet.
his peanut butter and jelly body trying to fucking talk shit to me makes me sick to my fucking stomach. I'm fucking sick of it. And then you guys go to Rowdy Box and you're like, he's not gonna go. His girl's going. Shut the fuck up.
You just don't partake in things that
I hate.
Yeah.
Hanging with you guys. Number one.
Bro, so as we're running, you know, like I'm showing them all the fucking views I always send you snaps of.
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
it was actually a really good experience dragging one of you guys to my little like world.
Uh-huh.
And we were talking as we were running pretty much the whole time, like just about whatever. And
I mean, 9-minute pace, you might as well be wonking.
says the dude sitting at home playing Xbox. If we need to we got to get one of those hats with like a stick and some food on it.
And then I'll run a marathon.
And then as we were talking, I thought of a story that it was fucking funny. We were talking about Zins and nicotine, and then he was talking about the first time he tried it, and then I thought of the first time I ever tried dip. Bro, I can't believe I haven't told you this story before. So I was in high school. I was in horticulture, and AZ, our other friends, they were all in there too.
This nigga's playing with plants.
Our boy Kai gave me some dip to try for the first time.
In class?
Yes, before class started.
And then you're going to sit down with it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I take some and I put it in my lip, and this is the first time I've ever tried it. So I like push it all down and stuff, and I think I had like a Sobe. You remember Sobeys?
Yeah.
I had a Sobe that I was gonna spit in.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know.
How are you gonna do that discreetly in class?
Just, you know, we're sitting in the back.
Okay.
And I had a good spot in that class where the teacher just pretty much didn't know I existed where I sat. I loved it. So I was trying it, blah, blah, blah. I guess I fell asleep.
How do you fall asleep?
Chase, I wake up halfway into the next period.
And nobody
everyone's
said
sitting.
anything?
No.
And you're just around completely different people.
So me,
You teleported.
nicotine high.
You teleported.
I wake up nauseous as shit because I haven't been spitting.
Yeah. Oh, you've been swallowing.
I've been sleeping.
You've been swallowing
So-
spit.
Hours have passed. Like an
Hours?
hour and I actually don't know how long were periods. 15
Like, come
minutes. So a bunch of time has passed, and I wake up and I'm nauseous as shit because I haven't been spitting, and there's a whole bunch of people I don't recognize sitting around me because I'm expecting to see the people I went into the class with. The teacher is halfway into a lecture about whatever the fuck, and I'm just like throttled by nicotine. I have no clue what it feels like the first time. And if you've never been sick by it, have you ever tried?
No.
Bro, you're like nauseous, your head is spinning, you don't know where you are, and now there's 30 new faces around me.
Why is it enjoyable then if this is the result?
I think it was my first time and I overdid it.
Oh.
So I get up. I just like get up, quick, grab my stuff. The teacher sees me and she's just like, what the fuck is he still doing here? I walk out the class without saying anything to anybody. And I'm in the hallway and I'm having trouble walking. So I'm leaning against the wall. I'm holding the chew in my hand. I toss it in the trash. I had to get it up.
Yeah.
I'm leaning against the wall, walking like at an angle until I get to the nurse's office, where I proceed to puke at least 11 to 12 times and then go home.
Did you tell the nurse what?
No.
did?
I just said I was really sick and I couldn't stand anymore and my stomach hurt, but it was.
But also, and then did your parents come and pick you up?
No, I had
You
to
walked
walk
home?
Yeah.
Poverty.
Bro, I've never wanted to like deflate anyone more. I just want to take a dry needle to you.
I have so many more parents.
Your blood pressure.
But we're just glazing over the fact the teacher, class gets out, you're asleep in the back. And the whole class comes in, she doesn't see one nigga asleep in the back. Also, there's no other kid assigned to that seat that comes in and is like, what is this fucking ogre doing in this
This
chair?
next class was a lot smaller than the previous.
Oh.
So not all the chairs and tables.
But still crazy. She didn't notice at all.
Wild.
She's disconnected.
About me, for sure.
Like, what is going on in her life?
Yeah.
She can't see a kid ODing in the back of her fucking class.
Bro, I just remember waking up and it's another period and I didn't know. That's like that was
so scary. Bro, that's like the same feeling you get when you miss your stop on the bus.
Oh, because you passed
just
out?
Stressed out, like, oh my God, I'm moving further away from my destination. What do I do?
Yeah. I remember that.
One time that happened, my sister got on the wrong bus. Stupid little kindergarten bitch. Wrong bus. Fucking look at the numbers, nigga.
Trash, ugly ass bitch.
And talking about a kindergartner.
Fuck that girl.
So I brought it up to the bus driver. And I was like, hey, I don't see my sister. And he's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. I make minimum wage. I'm fucking going to go home and hit my wife and have a manly meal. One of those frozen dinners. Fuck that nigga. I hope he's dead now.
Some Salisbury steak from Safeway, the frozen aisle.
My sister got on the wrong bus and then ended up riding it all the way back to the bus station. Like, I mean, it's a school bus. So, like, the person takes it back to wherever the park the school bus is.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I thought they stopped existing once you got off. I didn't know they parked them somewhere.
I didn't know they went back to the school.
They have like a district place where they park it, I think.
Yeah.
And so then finally the driver saw her and then like it got figured out, but we didn't have smartphones back then. We just thought the bitch was gone forever. I was like, yes.
Bro, she might have never came back because think of what we got now.
Yeah, she
this
could have ended up on Epstein's Island getting diddled and shit.
We can't make fun of that.
I'm saying it's a possibility.
No, we can.
You don't know. Buses can be boats.
Ever since then, she didn't know how to identify. So, anyway.
All right. What'd you say?
I ended up going to Oli yesterday, after all.
Okay. After you ruined our plans.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the fucking Macklemore's golfing bar thing with a virtual golf and have a great time. But then he went to Olympia to take care of his dad. Loser.
Yeah.
Why do that when you can drink a Four Loko and hit a 4-iron? Stupid. Anyway.
The things I could talk about when you drank a Four Loko would not work here.
And you won't say a fucking peep.
Epstein. So,
don't. Hey. Hey. Flag. This is not to cut. This is just flag on the play. You can't fucking do that. Can't fucking do that.
No one knows what I'm implying. You do. So I went down and we were just shopping around and my dad decided to swing by Dollar Tree. And so
your old stomping grounds.
For the schizo audience that doesn't know, that was the first job I ever had in my life.
Uh-huh.
Was a cashier there.
Does anybody that you used to work there with still work there?
This is why I'm bringing it up, brother.
No way.
So it was like weird for me to see, and I'm not saying it in a disparaging way. A job is a job. I get it. But there was a kid we went to high school with who was super smart that graduated, who was a cashier there now. And then there was another kid who worked there when I was there.
Bro.
That's 10 plus. I mean, what is that?
That is insane.
That is 10 plus. That's 10 years ago.
Working at any place for 10 years is mind blowing.
Yeah. And the
But
kid,
also a job like that, bro. Fuck.
I thought it was kind of fun to go and be like, damn, I really worked here for a couple years when I
Yeah,
was younger.
because you eventually elevated to pursue other stuff. There's nothing wrong with working a job when you need to work
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fucking job. But the idea at a job like that is you are doing it as a means to an end to then go elsewhere,
Yeah.
which is elevating. I
Yeah.
worked at Safeway. I
Mm.
was fucking pushing carts in the rain and shit, but with the idea of I'm using this to just get elsewhere.
Yeah.
So to stay there for 10 years, wow.
Yeah. And that's not like an easy store to work at. And
No.
so what happened was we walked in and I immediately clocked him. He didn't see me.
Mhm.
And what
You just decked him out. You didn't he walked in and just fucking snuck
Laid
one on
him
him.
he when he saw me,
Mhm.
bro, like he made eye contact. And in my mind, I was just gonna say, hey. He saw me and I saw him like rush to grab his stuff and go into the back office. Like he completely avoided acknowledging me or talking to
Did you
me.
bully him?
No. So yeah, he like packed up his stuff and then went back. And I don't know if that was because he just didn't want to interact with me or because he felt a type of way from seeing someone who knew
Mhm.
how long he was. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's like something that someone should be.
Ashamed about?
What's your thoughts on that? That's why I bring it up. What do you think?
I can see why he would be embarrassed. Because, like we said, it's a means to an end for so long. Like
Mhm.
allowing yourself to just sit in that situation without like valid reason of like I can't go to school, I'm taking care of my sick parent or something,
Yeah.
and you're just choosing to sit there, I can see how it would be embarrassing.
Yeah. It's weird when I go back to like the hometown and I see familiar faces just like shopping around or doing the things that they used to do when I was there as a kid. Something about that is kind of like sad to me. And it should, I don't know if it should be because they're just living their life where they want to live it. But
No, it is sad to me also. 'Cause I think that not ever living elsewhere and gaining other experiences in life outside of the hometown that you grew up in is limiting to
to some extent,
to some extent.
Yeah.
Because you're not interacting with other people from other places.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see how you would feel that way. Like when I lived in Olympia, I always felt like
Trapped.
so small
Mm.
and trapped because people will come home. Like I went to community college there, so
Mhm.
like people would come home during the holidays and they'd have stories of shit that they were doing, and then I'm just going to the same places every day doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And to do that for a decade after you graduate high school is sad as
Yeah.
fuck.
And I think some people like find where they want to live and settle. But
Yeah.
like we went to Trader Joe's too and I saw
But at least venture out and then figure out where you want to settle. Don't
Yeah.
just settle before you've done anything.
like familiar faces of people who I didn't know, but I
Mhm.
knew from just seeing them around Olympia at the store. And something about that was just like surprising to me that for all this time they're still there. And it's like that's somewhere people probably go to settle down and live sometimes. It's just like weird when it's your hometown and you see the same people.
But I think most of the people that you saw never left.
Yeah, correct.
That's,
Probably.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Nigga, go outside. Do something.
Yeah.
Get out. Fucking see. Look at us. Look
Yeah,
at us.
nature, right?
No. I mean, stay indoors, just in a different place. You can play. I was playing Xbox in Olympia. Now I'm playing Xbox in Seattle.
And that's how you know you made it.
That's how I know I made it. Is I still don't leave the house. I still don't talk to anybody. But I'm in a bigger city.
Fuck yeah.
How about them apples?
Yeah. You don't eat fruit.
I do too. Just not vegetables. Vegetables are gay. Vegetables are Fauci's invention to turn us all trans.
Fuck yeah.
Broccoli? That's fucking scientifically manufactured.
Monsanto.
Yes.
I can't do accent.
Why'd you come in Japanese?
I don't know.
Monsanto.
Oh, do the
That's what they say when they sacrifice themselves with the samurai sword because they disappointed their family.
Yeah.
Monsanto. Oh, fuck.
bro.
The production level here is not good.
Can you make sure you didn't mute that? I'm sick of you muting your fucking mic.
No, remember when you muted your mic for a whole episode that we lost? That was a great one because you took a hot chip and started panicking, and we missed all of that because you're stupid.
I forgot that was the episode.
Yeah, it was.
I was wondering where that went.
Yeah,
Why didn't
into
you put
the
that
ether,
out, asshole?
because it's literally just me talking and then you sitting there like,
Bro, you should just voice over me.
Yeah.
What do you think I was saying?
I just Zanzadam. Bomb them all. I trade beaver pelt for survival.
That's unreal. Beaver pelt?
I'm sorry. Camel pelt for
There it is.
survival.
There it is. When Bear Grylls crawled into a fucking camel to be warm, a dead camel.
What would be funnier is if the camel was alive and he's like, I'm going to sacrifice this camel. So the camel's like, nigga, what?
Bro, and he'd be next to water, but he'd still piss in his water bottle and drink that
He's
instead.
like, there's like fresh water right here. I don't have a Bear Grylls accent. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. If I can't do the accent, I'm not doing it.
Besides the heckler, you do anything else this week?
No, just a lot of stand-up shit. That's about it.
Are you getting better?
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where if you're doing it all the time, you can't tell. You can tell in longer time frames. If you look back 6 months or something, then you can be like, yes, I'm getting better. But like one of the jokes that I'm doing for my show coming up is an old one that I like the premise and I just rewrote it. So I think I rewrote it better. And so comparing how like the recording of the old one to how it is now, I can be like, oh yeah, I'm better. But day to day, you can't really tell. It's like you can't tell you're in a growth spurt until you look back in time, you know?
Speaking of this, I think there's a good transition into one of the segments.
Of course you're trying to transition. Fauci!
What about your sister? Anyways, it's a good transition into one of the segments.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it.
Joe Coy.
Uh-huh.
He had an amazing Golden Globes performance
Why are you saying it like that?
because some people think that it wasn't so great.
Okay.
And the online, I guess it's kind of split 50-50.
The online discourse?
Yeah. It's split 50-50. While he was performing, the audience was not having it. And there was laugh tracks and his jokes weren't hitting. And throughout his performance, he really wanted it, I got the sense. And so he was doing something that he shouldn't have done as a comic, in my humble opinion. And he was like reacting to the lack of laughs and the reactions he was getting by saying like, I didn't write all of these, and the ones I did write, those are the ones you're laughing at. And you could just, the camera work was fucking amazing because they kept panning to the people he was talking about and they were just sitting there like, not a laugh in sight. So being a fucking comic, what do you think?
I think.
Sir?
One, I don't think those are laugh tracks. There's like the people on the floor, but there's people in the back, like up higher.
Oh, really?
People on the floor are like the ones that are nominated for awards and shit, like they're agents and all that fucking network people.
Okay.
And then there's also other people that are like further removed that are in the back. If that makes sense. So like the laughs you're hearing are probably coming from the back.
Got it. It seemed like he tried to do the Ricky Gervais thing where he was going at them.
No.
You don't think
See
so?
how you made a point. Just
well, I can
get that
support
point
the
out.
point.
Get that point out. No, Ricky Gervais cared less.
Yeah.
Like Joe Coy wanted to do well,
Yeah.
whereas Ricky Gervais approached it in like he didn't care about the reaction of the people he's making the jokes about. Where I think Joe Coy cared about the reaction. Like he wanted everybody to like him and for it to go well. From my perspective, I just think that like he's a stand-up. He just didn't have a good set. It is what it is.
He took it on 10-day notice.
Yeah, like that's a hard job to try and host one of those things. Especially, I don't know if he's done it before. So
it was a last second
take
thing.
it on short notice, and that's your first time ever doing one of those situations. You're not, and also your first time getting to tell those jokes. Like you don't get to work on them like you do with regular stand-up, where you're doing it multiple times over, tweaking it, making it better. You get to test that out first time live with thousands of people watching you, cameras in your face, lights, and audience full of people that suck ass. Like it's a bunch of actors and actresses that are just not.
Yeah.
They take themselves too seriously. Like the Taylor Swift joke where he said something along the lines of like, the Golden Globes are going to have less cuts to Taylor Swift than the NFL. NFL cuts to Taylor Swift after fucking everything. It's a valid joke.
Yeah.
And then she's like taking a drink and she's not satisfied with the joke about it. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's not a killer joke, but it's not a bad one. And like her reaction to it, I think possibly caused the online stir of like her fans being upset.
A lot of it, I think, are her fans.
Get that bitch out of here, man. I'm fucking sick of this shit. Niggas, the running back for the Chiefs will score a touchdown and it cuts to her in the fucking booth. Oh my God, I'm sick of that shit. Also, take a fucking joke.
Yeah.
I watched part of her, what's it called? Her movie of the concert tour that she did. What Taylor Swift is, at the end of the day, she is a theater kid that all of her stuff is about being the underdog, and we stood up to them. And then all the high school bitches that follow her are just like, yeah, we showed it. Like,
What race are they?
white. All of them are fucking mayonnaise mercenaries. They're all fucking flavorless, no butt cheeks, no nothing.
Yeah.
I'm fucking sick of this shit.
Yep.
But anyway, let me chill on out. Let me bring it.
I know
Let
this
me
dude so well.
shake it off. Shake it off. That's her song.
Yeah. Don't do that.
My bad, man. I saw comics hate on it. Like, there were some jokes that he had that weren't good. He did panic in the sense that he was bombing and said, like, I wrote some of the jokes that you're laughing at. The writers didn't.
Was that a mistake?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a mistake. He definitely shouldn't have done that. But in those circumstances, I see how it could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a good thing to do, but I see how it can happen. Everyone, any comic talking about him, I think is crazy, because out of anybody, you should know what it is that he's dealing with.
Yeah.
Like, you've been in front of a bad audience.
But even the audience, they're performers. I mean, they're not comics, but they
take
kind of
themselves too seriously. They're and they're all there for awards. They're all self-absorbed pieces of shit.
Yeah.
But there's been local comics that I know that have like tweeted stuff about him.
Not doing well?
Yeah, like there's one girl I saw, she posted something like jokes that he could have done instead of the Taylor Swift one. And then there was like, she wrote like 3 of them. There's no punchline on any of them. It didn't.
Yeah.
They're like, so-and-so did a good job of casting diversely on, but
There was one joke he did about the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
And it just cut to...
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I didn't think that
it was a weird joke, but whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that a comic can say something about another comic doing that, when if you were also put in that position on 10 days notice, having to do that for the first time ever, you would do significantly worse. Shut the fuck up.
I just don't think he should have blamed it on the writers, though.
No,
he chose the jokes. You memorized the jokes.
He definitely shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But it was just a bad set.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think he did. He replied on like Good Morning America or something, said that he was not happy with it or whatever. But I think it's smart in his play of not posting on social media. Like, he hadn't posted in like 3 or 4 days. I don't know if he's posted since, but.
Bro, and now he's set up to talk about something on a special.
Yeah, just going back into stand-up, do your thing, go back to your regular life, because like, it was, as time goes on, nobody's going to care.
Yeah, I agree. And the only thing that made me sad was that his mom was in the crowd, and it meant a lot to her. He's told like a lot of stories about how his mom's super into that whole scene.
The fact that he did it still, even though it didn't go well, it's still an accomplishment.
And for me, it was entertaining. Because it doesn't always have to be the funniest jokes. I fuck with just seeing everyone so uncomfortable.
Bro, I couldn't watch it.
Bro, everyone's faces.
I couldn't watch it.
I like that.
Oh! Well, the thing is, he didn't make them, I don't think, as uncomfortable as... I think they were uncomfortable because they didn't find it funny. I didn't think it... Like a Ricky Gervais one is like uncomfortable because he's right. Cause I couldn't watch the Joe Coy thing because I felt what he feels when he's bombing. Of like, oh, this is awkward. But
you can
the Ricky Gervais one, I can watch because it's like a fuck you. I'm telling you exactly what it is everyone thinks about you guys, and that is enjoyable. Like, I went back and I watched his last one just because I thought it was so good.
And he prefaced it too. He was like, "I don't need to be here. No, I don't give a fuck. Like, these are jokes. I don't
care. This is the last one. I don't care."
That sounded African, kind
of. Well, he is African.
Is he?
No, I'm just making things up because I can't do accents.
And he told him, he was like, they're just fucking jokes. Like he walked them through it, that these are gonna just be fucking jokes. And I think, yeah, he handled it with that I don't care attitude, and that would have been better. And yeah,
That's the way to do it.
so the next segment, fucking, it's been revealed that Stephen Hawking was at Epstein Island. No, you're doing the legs wrong.
Wait.
You gotta do the legs.
They're to the side?
Yeah, they're all just like squished up.
They're tucked in?
Yeah. His knees are touching, brother.
Really? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
So Stefan and other researchers met on the island for like a physics conference in 2006.
Stefan?
It's spelled Stefan though. What is it? Steven? Fuck you. So they met on the island for a conference, like a fucking questioning gravity and all this stuff. It's like a science summit thing.
Uh-huh.
And when they met on the island, they also partied there a little bit with Epstein. And a quote from Epstein was, "There's no agendas except for fun and physics, and that's fun with a capital F." And so there's like pictures of Stephen Hawking and Epstein and like all these girls and Ghislaine. And internet's been kind of going off about what happened there. Do you think Stephen Hawking diddled anybody there?
How could he?
I looked this up for research purposes.
How could he?
He could.
How? What can he move?
He doesn't have to move, but his sexual organs function properly.
So you're saying they just laid this nigga on a table and made people get on top of him?
I'm saying it was just a few months before Epstein was
Can
actually
you imagine
charged.
what that chair smells like? Oh my god.
Bro, like asbestos, algebra,
No. Oh, shit.
and fucking and then Epstein also had a submarine added specifically designed for Stephen Hawking so he could go down and go underwater. And I've linked this TikTok clip of somebody in a wheelchair just floating through the fucking
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
So I have a question.
What?
If you were Stephen Hawking, and I want you to use your great accent here, how do you think you would go about porking on Epstein's Island? 18 and older.
Yeah, just to re-clarify, this is an impression of Stephen Hawking trying to hit on somebody
Oh, God.
that is a consenting adult. Keyword adult. Beep boop bop.
I find myself leaning away from you.
You look beautiful. Oh, wait, I'm not leaning far enough.
Yeah.
You look beautiful tonight. May I touch your pussy? Come over here and let me feel your butt cheeks. I'm getting erect now. It's rising and rising and rising. It's there. Hop on.
How does he nut?
Oh.
It sounds like playing the wrong key on a piano.
Clean it up, bitch. Bro.
So
Hanging with him would, first off, I love that this information has come out because now those jokes are free ring. Because before there'd be like people like, you, that's messed up, you make fun of him. Nigga was dealing kids in a wheelchair. You could fucking make fun of this piece of gum all you want.
yeah, so
I love that.
There's no confirmation that he did that.
It's confirmed to me. Confirmed.
Hold on. So I did some more research.
Okay.
He was on the island for science and all that shit, right? And there's a lot of people defending him online saying, dude, it's Stephen Hawking. He didn't do anything. He was just there for science. There was a lot of people that just went there for business and blah, blah, blah. I found out that he had a fetish for midgets.
That's not true, though.
Is this debunked?
It's fake.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Wait, say what the fetish was for people that
So
don't know.
I'm actually finding this out now. I thought this was real because I was told by a friend. I really was. The fetish.
I love that that's your resource.
Well, I looked it
The
up and
friend told me.
I saw videos on it. I thought it was real. So
Go ahead.
now it seems so stupid.
Really? Shocking.
The fetish was that he would have a big whiteboard and he would bring midgets into the room, or dwarves, or whatever the fuck those things are, and give them markers. And then he enjoyed watching them struggle to try to draw on the whiteboard. That was like his thing.
Do math equations on a whiteboard that was too tall for them.
That sounded reasonable to me. Off the mark, huh?
Oh my god. Can you imagine hanging out with him has to be such a buzzkill? Like any activity that you want to do, like even, oh, let's go downstairs to the basement and watch a movie. How do you get this nigga from the kitchen to the basement?
WD-40.
Like, it's so many extra steps. You got to wait for him to move his shit around, and then, oh my god,
I didn't expect him to be the kind of person to get so.
You sounded like him right there.
I did stutter. I didn't expect them to be the kind of person to get so bent out of shape over some younger pussy.
He was already bent out of shape to begin with. And if it becomes discovered that he actually did not partake at all in these crimes against humanity, against children, piece of shit, if he is confirmed as not committing these things, take everything we said, throw it in the dumpster, huh?
Yeah.
Let bygones be bygones.
We respect the scientific mind.
If he gets shown as innocent, let us go free, please.
Question.
Yes.
We both respect the scientific mind, right? Established, like, he's smart.
Okay, nerd.
Can you, come on.
What?
Don't be the jock.
Yeah, calculate some bitches, nigga.
So he was.
He's so good at math. He couldn't calculate if there were 18. That's crazy.
That's a good joke. Can you also do Stephen Hawking on the submarine?
Blah, blah.
So I got another schizo submission from one of our fans. Am I the asshole? It goes, I just want to start by saying that my daughter's boyfriend is a lovely person. He's kind-hearted, upbeat, respectful, and polite, and just generally a good-natured soul. The only thing that throws me off about him is his appearance. He looks like SpongeBob. I've always envisioned my daughter with someone that's easy on the eyes, or at least average, but I guess my visions were wrong. She's truly in love with this guy, and I'm very happy for her, so I didn't want to say anything. When she asked me for my opinion on him the next day over a phone call, I said he seemed like a really nice guy, but he was really goofy looking, and that he resembled SpongeBob a bit. My honesty pissed her off, and she hung up. She didn't talk to me for the rest of the day, and I told my husband about what happened, and he agreed that she has every right to be mad.
Okay, so it was the mom.
Am I the asshole?
Why can't you call it like you see it? If he's a nice guy, you like him, that doesn't mean he can't be ugly.
That's what I'm
he could
fucking
be,
saying.
he could, if he has all the traits that you want for your daughter, he treats her right. Why can't you say the nigga looks like shit? What's wrong with that?
Okay, devil's avocados, because it hurts her feelings.
Fair. Fair? I guess fair.
My thoughts were, like, if you had a son and your son brought home just a fucking dungeon
Horse.
ogre. What'd you say?
Horse.
I said dungeon ogre.
Okay.
And, one of those buffalo looking, like, maybe half native, half Mexican bitches. And just fucking, the top heavy fucking broad shoulder linebacker horse.
Okay. Yeah.
So he brings one of those home and just a fucking girthy neck. But she's super sweet. How do you navigate telling him you have to leave her?
See, that's the difference.
Okay.
Is she didn't even say that you have to leave him. She just said that he looks funny.
Oh, my bad.
I guess you could probably hold that in or just say it to your husband. You don't need to.
Would you?
I don't know if I'd be able to. It depends on what the nigga looks like. But also, that's crazy that the mom is like, he's not hot enough.
You want your daughter to be with someone.
I know, but also, what does her husband look like? That's a key piece right there. Because she could be talking shit, and then the daughter be like, well, mom, dad, yuck.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fuck him at all.
Bro, all the comments on our threads, on our comment section responding to this were like on the daughter's side, obviously. And then there'd be a few that would go, but what does he look like actually?
Yeah.
Because this seems serious.
Yeah. I mean, one, we do need to know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Because there are people that are so ugly that it does make you angry.
Yeah.
So I could see, but also when the daughter asked, "What are your thoughts?" She wasn't asking, "Do you think he's hot?" She's asking about his personality.
Right. Right.
So you just volunteered information that she didn't necessarily want.
Yeah. One of the comments was like, the mom is worried about her grandkids.
Eh,
I
I
don't
can
know if
see
that's
it.
fair or not, but I wouldn't want my grandkid. Like, I don't want my lineage to look. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want them to be hot, but I would prefer for them to be tall and structurally sound.
They didn't mention height. They
Yeah.
just said his face was gross,
Yeah.
which
She's gonna be sitting on it. I wouldn't think of that. I thought of that.
all right.
All
well,
right. That's a
all
fucking
right, well,
wrap.
be sure to
Like, subscribe, and comment. Be here next week for another episode.
good God, man.